Boom, 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 boom. We're back with another video. Y'all see me in the cozy fit. It's early in the morning, that's why I'm in this. I just decided to stay comfortable. Why not be comfortable while doing this in my own house? I'm gonna be comfortable if I'm in my own spot, working. It's like when you're working from home. Why would you get all dressed if you're working from home? You feel? But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this video. And as you can see from the title, what we're doing today, let's just get straight to it.
This, make sure that whenever you put something in your mouth, that something is going to complement you and that it's going to serve you well. It's going to support your nervous system. Because if you don't, you will find yourself stressed. Not only are you going to find reasons to dislike me, you're going to dislike yourself.
A juicy, sizzling steak made by computer.
This is science meat. FDA approved science meat, of course.
That's great.
When I told my
I don't like science.
that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, they're going to get you.
Meet Dr.Sebi, aka Alfredo Bowman, the herbal healing hero with a twist. A guy with zero formal education in medicine, learning the ropes of traditional healing from his grandma. No textbooks, no classrooms, just good old granny's wisdom.
That's all you need.
Why do we go to see the doctor to give us a chemical when the Bible said the herbs are for the healing? Africa, way over here, we put America. What happened between hair and hair? A lot happened. You see, when we were hair, without the mathematics, without the ABC, without the sciences, we had something to our advantage that we no longer have hair. We are blind hair. Hair we weren't. We were seeing. Why? Because God provided us with everything we needed here, and none of it was comfrey or rice.
I think, what did I do, guys? Sorry. I just messed everything up.
My parting words.
aka Alfredo Bowman.
Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. We're doing a special edition of First Aid with Kelly Kincaid, and rightfully so, Kelly Kincaid.
Good morning. Yeah.
My parting word would be this.
To see the doctor.
Jacqueline Morris, at 7 years old, astonishingly looked as if she was in her mid-30s. Her youthful appearance.
Doctor to give us a chemical when the Bible said the herbs are for the healing. Africa.
Just good old granny's wisdom.
Why do we go to see the doctor to give us a chemical when the Bible said the herbs are for the healing? Africa, way over here, we put America. What happened between hair and hair? A lot happened. You see, when we were hair, without the mathematics, without the ABC, without the sciences, we had something to our advantage that we no longer have hair. We are blind hair. Hair we weren't. We were seeing. Why? Because God provided us with everything we needed here, and none of it was comfrey or rice and beans. There were no tofu. There were no soy there. There were no cows. And there were no hogs, no chicken. There were no flour. Those things didn't come from Africa. You see, rice and beans and flour and cheese and meat and the starch that you eat, they all came from right here, from a laboratory. Now, for us to eat, you have to have the understanding of biochemistry. But when we were here,
They know what we eat. They know what they're doing to our foods, and they still give it to us. They know they can give us our foods in the right way, like instead of taking that food, doing all what they do to it, all that scientific stuff they do to it, all that. It's early, so I'm kind of brain fog right now. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. All that. You know what I'm talking about. The things they do to our food. They pollute our food. They're not supposed to do that. They can easily just give us it here regular, but they want to take all like the meats and stuff to places where they just pump up all the meat and everything. That stuff is nasty. Like nobody wants to eat all that. Just hand it to me right after you kill the animal. Boom, clean it. Boom, now ship it off. Instead, they want to take it to a laboratory and pump all these weird shit in. Yeah, it's weird.
we didn't have to know anything about biochemistry. Why? Because God doesn't make man-made poison.
Dr. Sebi burst onto the alternative medicine scene with claims that would make your average doctor spit out their morning coffee. His secret sauce? Conquering various diseases by fighting the body's mucus monsters with nothing but a diet straight out of a vegan's fantasy. Raw fruits, veggies, grains, and nuts.
That the great Hippocrates used herbs to cure disease. This man was curing every disease in Greece 365 years before Christ was even born. If Jesus cured with herbs, Hippocrates cured with herbs, and God said the herbs, then what's up? Why aren't we curing with herbs today?
According to our mucus-busting
They want to
guru,
kill us.
the path to pristine health is paved with the stuff most people shove to the
They
side
want
of their
us
plates.
unhealthy.
Dr. Sebi's approach was less about popping pills and more about loading up on that green goodness. So, if you're ever feeling under the weather, maybe skip the pharmacy and check the veggie aisle in the supermarket first. Dr. Sebi was quite the character, preaching a life free from
It's tough to even get the greens in the supermarkets because they spray everything with a chemical, so it'll last longer or for the smell type of way. It's weird.
processed munchies, animal
Farmer's
treats,
market.
and those tricky hybrid
Gots to
fruits and
go.
veggies. Skeptics tossed around words like grifter and fraud, but his fans painted him as a storytelling wizard with a knack for selling. Officially, he wasn't a doc by the standards of white coats and diplomas, but he swore by his personal health comeback story, beating mental illness, impotence, and obesity with his herbal and dietary regimen. His laundry list of ailments he claimed to kick the curb was impressive. AIDS, cancer, diabetes, and even turning the blind to see, among others. Despite the grand claims, the science squad wasn't cheering, pointing out the lack of proof and cautioning that ditching traditional medicine for Sebi salad could be a risky recipe. Dr. Sebi was diagnosed by a Mexican herbalist with asthma, diabetes, impotence, and visual impairment. He was literally handed a death sentence. This led him to begin experimenting on himself with different herbs and fasting methods. Not only did he heal himself, but he also started recommending the treatments to people around him.
I was 291 pounds. Now I only weigh 120. That's all I weigh, 120 pounds. And trust me, I haven't felt this good in my whole entire life.
Dr. Sebi's food therapy was based on an alkaline plant-based diet and lots of natural supplements. It's intended to alkalize the body by
Speaking on him weighing only 120, it's like nowadays everybody wants to weigh like 200. Like guys, like we want to weigh like 200, 190, 180, whatever the case. And if we feel like we're like under 150 or 160, we feel like we're small or whatever the case, or anorexic or whatever the case. But I don't even feel like we're supposed to be that heavy. And if we are, it's gonna be like you're naturally just that heavy. Feel me? Just off who you are. But some people just eat and eat and eat. Fill their belly with disgusting stuff. Just try to make that weight, and it's crazy. And I honestly try to do that too sometimes. And when I do, I feel so disgusting. So I'd be like, most times I'd be like, I'm cool with my weight, but I don't like my weight. Like I'm one of the ones who want to be like 180, 190. I'm trying to force myself to eat, but then again, I'd be looking at myself like, what am I doing? It's not worth it because I hate eating all that nasty stuff. It's nasty.
reducing supposed disease-causing mucus so that your body is better equipped to increase its disease protection barrier and flush toxic waste, according to its claims. Dr. Sebi believed that mucus and acidity cause disease. He held that eating certain foods and avoiding others could detoxify the body, achieving an alkaline state that could reduce the risk and effects of disease. Dr. Sebi dedicated 30 years to discovering the vast healing potential of plants and herbs that are consistent with a life aligned with nature. And that became the beginning of what is known today.
If you're experiencing blocked stools, do not drink cold water. Did you know that you can store up to 40 pounds of toxic waste inside your gut? Most
as the Dr. Sebi diet. The diet consists of a specific list of approved vegetables, fruits, grains, nuts, seeds, oils, and herbs. As animal products are not permitted, Dr. Sebi's diet is considered plant-based. Most foods on his diet are low in calories, except for nuts, seeds, avocados, and oils. Therefore, even if you ate a large volume of approved foods, it's unlikely that it would result in a surplus of calories and lead to weight gain. According to Dr. Sebi's nutritional guidelines, there are key rules one must follow when adopting a strict diet. You must only eat foods listed on a nutritional guide, drink 1 gallon of water per day, take Dr. Sebi's supplements an hour before medications, never consume animal products, and no alcohol is allowed. Avoid wheat products and only consume natural growing grains. Avoid using a microwave to prevent killing your food. And lastly, avoid canned or seedless fruits.
Distilled water to cook with, not to drink, to cook with. Because distilled water has a pH of 7. It will rob you of your minerals. To drink the water, the glaze is good. Perrier is good. Anything that is done by Mother Nature. If the alkalinity is being obtained through a process of osmosis, it's no good. It will injure you because they have done it mechanically. You want nature to do it.
Dr. Sebi's diet.
Speaking about water, water's weird. Like these water bottles. First of all, drinking out of water bottles is not healthy. I just found that out. Like, just water bottles, like drinking out of plastics is not healthy. I just found it out. Do your research. And then just water's, like I said, water's weird. Like, some waters, when I drink it, my mouth still be dry as hell. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm drinking water because my mouth is dry. And I drink the water and feel like my mouth just stays dry. It gets more dry. It'd be so weird.
Involves eating vegetables like avocado, kale, bell peppers, and wild arugula. A diet rich in vegetables and fruits can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, prevent some types of cancer, lower the risk of eye and digestive problems, and have a positive effect on blood sugar, which can help keep appetite in check. He also made sure to consume lots of fruits. These include apples, bananas, dates, and Seville oranges. Fruits supply dietary fiber, and fiber intake is linked to lower incidence of cardiovascular disease and obesity. Fruits also supply vitamins and minerals to the diet and are sources of phytochemicals that function as antioxidants, phytoestrogens, and anti-inflammatory agents. Eating 1 medium apple a day may help lower blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation, all of which support a healthy heart. This lends more credence to the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Bananas are a rich source of potassium and vitamin B6, while oranges are packed with vitamin C, folate, and potassium. When eaten regularly, these two fruits provide a wide range of nutrients that are essential for maintaining good health. Grains like rye, wild rice, and quinoa constitute an addition to Dr. Sebi's diet. One of the biggest health benefits to whole grains is that they lower your risk of heart disease, which is the leading cause of death worldwide. The fiber in whole grains can support healthy digestion in various ways. First, fiber helps give bulk to stools and lowers the risk of constipation. Second, some types of fiber in grains act as prebiotics. This means they help feed your beneficial gut bacteria, which are important for digestive health. Another staple in his diet is nuts and seeds, including hemp, raw sesame seeds, and walnuts. Nuts and seeds are good sources of protein, healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They also regulate body weight as their fats are not fully absorbed, and they regulate food intake. Nuts and seeds contain unsaturated fats and other nutrients that provide protective effects against heart disease and diabetes. Herbal teas, including chamomile, fennel, and ginger varieties, aren't left out of his diet. Numerous studies have shown that a variety of teas may boost your immune system, fight off inflammation, and even ward off cancer and heart disease. While some brews provide more health advantages than others, there's plenty of evidence that regularly drinking...
And they don't teach none of this in school. They just teach us to fall in line, pharmaceuticals, and that's it. Like, come on now. All this info that Dr. Sebi be giving out, they don't teach none of this in school because they want you, because the medical industry is the biggest in the world.
Herbal teas can have a lasting impact on one's wellness. Dr. Sebi was all about that sea moss life, swearing it was the secret potion keeping him spry and lively. This oceanic wonder was like a superhero for the immune system, packed with potassium chloride, omega-3s, and chlorophyll to zap inflammation and mucus faster than you can say sniffle. With its virus-fighting powers and microbe-munching abilities, sea moss was basically a bodyguard against bugs. And get this, there's this epic footage of Dr. Sebi, at the grand age of 80-something, hitting the deck like he's in a kindergarten tumbling class, popping back up on his knees with the ease of a kid. His secret? Good old sea moss. Makes you think, right? There are folks half his age who might groan just picking up the remote. Dr. Sebi's message was clear. Sea moss for the win.
Sea moss have me doing things every morning like this. That's sea moss. Sea moss have me falling on my knees every morning to check them. And if they hurt, then something is wrong. Sea moss is alive. Sea moss is not. Sea moss has potassium iodide and potassium bromide. It has natural silica. That's why my bones, I could fall on my knees. Because sea moss is the best thing yet. Sea moss, man, the best I ever had.
It's a new year and I feel like a whole new person. At my last appointment, my doctor couldn't believe I didn't need to be on.
The alkaline electric diet is foods that create the least amount of mucus. When there's mucus buildup, that's when you experience inflammation. And with inflammation, the disease shows up in different ways, whether it's a heart condition, diabetes, arthritis, or asthma. So, because of that, we try to have people eat foods that will not create mucus, that will have them going to the restroom and eliminating everything that their body doesn't need anymore.
Why the sea moss? I have to. I want my bones strong. I want my knees.
Dr. Sebi's diet has stirred up its share of controversy, mainly due to its super tight leash on what you can and can't eat. This regimen puts a big red stop sign on a whole parade of foods. We're talking no animal products, no wheat, no beans, lentils, and a whole bunch of fruits and veggies are off the menu. It's so picky, it's like playing dietary roulette. Cherry and plum tomatoes make the cut, but beefsteak and Roma, forget about it. The catch? Sticking to such a Spartan diet could turn mealtime into a chore, sparking a less than rosy view of food. After all, who wants to be given the side eye by a plate of forbidden spaghetti? Dr. Sebi wasn't just about whipping up herbal concoctions. He was all in on the self-love and emotional freedom train too. The man who touted the wonders of herbs also believed in the power of a healthy mind for a healthy body vibe. Sure, the science folks didn't exactly line up to back his alkaline diet with hard evidence, but that didn't stop many followers' lifestyle from singing praises about shedding pounds, detoxing their systems, and even bidding adieu to pesky chronic ailments, all thanks to sticking with Dr. Sebi's green eating plan. It turns out that swapping out the processed, sugar-packed Western diet for Sebi's plant-based paradise did wonders for many, leading to better health and lighter scales. Vegan and vegetarian circles, they're practically throwing high fives over his recipes and nutritional wisdom, now packaged as trendy ebooks and online courses by the wellness crowd. And talk about star power. Dr. Sebi's client list reads.
Well, as you can see, that's all the video of today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. That'll do a lot for me right there. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you on the next video, man. Peace.
Why are you doing that?